Meet Iron PvM locked, my combat locked free to play Ironman account who will have to battle his way across the free to play lands of Gielinor with the goal of eventually collection logging the two free to play bosses, Obor and Bryophyta, all without being allowed to train any of the resource gathering skills, no crafting, no smithing. The only non combat skill this account will be allowed to train is cooking. The last episode, we did a couple easy quests, Sheep Shearer and the Cook's Assistant. We also got ourselves a Steel Scimitar, so now we're putting our Steel Scimitar to use. Down here in the Stronghold of Security, we're killing these Minotaurs. They're only level 12, but they drop Bronze Full Helms, and they also drop Iron Arrows. Bronze Full Helms, we can just take right to Barbarian Village, right where the Stronghold of Security is, sell them to the Helmet Shop, get our GP, and the Iron Arrows we can save for range training. They are a little bit harsher than the goblins and the cows, but we've got plenty of cow meat from all the cows we killed, and we're going to be able to get a decent amount of kills down here. Each trip it gets easier, because as we gain levels, we start to do more DPS. But for now, this is our main monster. We're once again collecting the bones so we can get some prayer XP, and all the other drops are going to be either sold or used for range XP. So right here in the Stronghold of Security, this is a good spot to come as a low-level Iron Man. You get plenty of Iron Arrows to train your range. Good source of them, especially if you're not allowing yourself to do any skilling. If you're not going to be fletching the arrows, you're going to have to get them as a drop. And the best place to get a good-sized stack of arrows, even though they're low-level arrows, you get a huge stack of them if you kill these Minotaurs. So I'm just going to keep grinding away at these Minotaurs for a little while, stack up my arrows, and think about what quest I want to do next. So now that I got a good stack of arrows, I'm going to go right back to the Lumbridge cow fields, and this time I'm going to use range to kill the cows. I'm using long range, so I get some defense experience as well. I think I'm going to also do that when I train magic, and that allows me to just train for DPS when I'm doing melee. I can train my attack stat and my strength stat. I think on this account, I'm probably going to get to like level 40 or 50 attack, level 40 defense, and then I'm just going to throw everything in strength until I complete the free-to-play goals and move on to Members Worlds. I think that's probably the best build I could do. Once I have the rune armor and I'm able to use rune weapons, there's really no need to continue to level attack and defense. I'm going to mostly focus on strength. Might get a few extra attack levels. Maybe I'll get 50, 45, something like that, just so I hit more accurately on the end game bosses, or rather the free-to-play end game bosses, Bryophyta and Obor. But for now, just keep grinding away at the cows. This is kind of the best food that I can make at the moment until I get my cooking level up. I can't do any fishing, so I'm stuck to the 3 HP that I can heal from the cooked meats. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill some cows, get some meats, and I'm going to do another quest. The next quest I'm going to do is going to be another classic. I think I'm going to go with Demon Slayer. All right, so here we are, about to complete Demon Slayer. I skipped the boring stuff. For those of you who don't remember this quest, the incantation she gives you is unique to every player, so make sure you write this down. I think I took some notes in my phone, so yeah, if you're about to finish the quest and you forget what the incantation is, you can always run back to this lady at the tent in the center of Varrock, and she will repeat it to you. You can write that down in your phone or on a piece of paper or something, and then when you go to kill Delrith, after you do enough damage, it's going to ask you to recite the incantation. If you don't do it correctly, he's going to heal back up, and you're going to have to fight him again and try again a second time. So definitely worth it to make sure that you have that incantation written down. Also, if you'll notice in my inventory, I have 7 silver lights. That's because you can do the drop trick. When you receive Silverlight, you could drop it on the ground, tell him you lost it. He'll give you another one, drop that one on the ground, and just get a few extra ones. Only because it's hard to get money as an Iron Man, and they do cost 500 GP each in the future. So I might as well just grab a few extras. If for some reason I die, I lose it, or do something stupid, I just have more in the bank. And eventually it'll be useful for killing things like lesser demons. I'm not sure if I'll even ever be able to get the Arc Light or the Ember Light on this account, even when I have membership. So here we are. We get the full stack of food. We're about a head on down south. to the Dark Wizard's Circle, and we're going to kill Delrith, our first quest boss of the game. As we approach the Dark Wizard's Circle over here, there's going to be a little cutscene where they summon the demon. Delrith, the big scary demon. And I remember when I killed him when I was like 10 years old, I was intimidated. I thought it was going to be difficult, and I was extremely wrong. It was difficult back then because I didn't know what I was doing, but this is like the easiest quest boss in the game. I think it's going to take me like 2 hits with the silver light. So hit him once, boom, I hit it 2, hit him again, and his HP bar is red. Now it's time to do the incantation. This is why it's important to write down that incantation from before. I brought a full inventory of food completely for no reason, because I remembered how difficult it was when I was a child. Could have came here with no food, would have been perfectly fine. So here we are, referring to our phone, not typing in the incantation, but clicking on the words for the incantation, and that is going to send Delrith right back to hell. There he goes. The circles surround him, and he gets taken back to hell. Goodbye, Delrith. That completes our quest. We got 3 quest points, not bad. So we've gotten a few quests done. We killed our first quest boss of the game, and now we're back to grinding some levels. We already did some grinding on the melee levels. We did some grinding on the range levels. Now it's time to grind up a few magic levels. We're down here at the Wizard's Tower because these wizards drop the Wizard's Hat as well as the robe top. That's the only way we can get these pieces of equipment in our combat locked situation. Actually, it might be the only way to get them as an Iron Man anyway. You could also kill dark wizards and you could get the black hats and the dark robe top. But we're killing these guys. They're pretty good. They're pretty easy to kill, and they drop these things very frequently. So we only had to come here for 1 trip, and then we've got enough magic gear to then move on to safe spotting the hill giants. Hill giants are very necessary for us to kill. It's awesome that we are finally going to be able to kill some of those. We're probably going to kill thousands of hill giants. The Obor's staff is, or Obor's club rather, is a 1 in 118 drop. And the only way you could kill Obor is to get a key, which is a drop you get from killing hill giants. So we're probably going to have to kill over 1,000 hill giants to get enough keys to collection log the Obor boss. Magic is going to be very important for that. And here we are in the Edgeville dungeon, finally killing some hill giants. Over in this corner of the dungeon, there's a bunch of skeletons on the ground. You can hide behind the skeletons and safe spot the hill giants. I did bring a bunch of food with me, just because I wasn't sure how easy it was going to be to find a safe spot. I know it's busy in this area. I wasn't sure if I'd get, attacked from aggressive hill giants from different angles and stuff. So I figured at the beginning I might go through some food until the aggro wears off, and then it'd be easy to safe spot them. But I found this spot pretty quickly. It wasn't too bad. So I only ate a couple food, and now I can collect these. They drop iron daggers. They drop big bones, which is going to level up my prayer a lot faster. And they also drop iron full helms, and most importantly, they drop the giant key, which you need to loot Obor's chest. That's the whole goal on the account, is to loot Obor's chest and Bryophyte's chest until we collection log it. So we're going to start grinding away at the hill giants. It's awesome because we can gain some levels while slowly obtaining the most important item for this account, or one of the 2 most important items for this account, rather. And also, this is going to get our defense up because we haven't been training defense with melee. We've mostly just been training it with range, and now we're finally training some magic. So some big upgrades on the account. We finally got all 3 combat styles above 1. We're finally training all of our skills up. Still going to be a while to go before we get the required prayer level and strong enough combat stats to actually kill the boss. You got to remember, in a free-to-play world, you don't have prayer potions. So whatever you got for prayer points, whatever your prayer level is, you have to conserve those and use them for the kill. That's going to be, I think, one of the more difficult things. I'm going to have to either learn how to prayer flick, or, at least learn how to save some amount of, I might not have prayer flick perfectly, but I can at least save some prayer points by turning my prayers on and off during the fights. It's going to be really interesting. I have never killed these bosses in a free-to-play world other than on an account that is nearly maxed. I had an account with like 98 strength, 97 attack, 94 defense, and I was able to smoke it in the free-to-play world because you need to for a combat achievement. But I've never legitimately tried to play the game free-to-play, level up, see what I can get for equipment, and kill these bosses. So this account, the combat locked Ironman account, will be the first time I really give the free-to-play version of the game a fair shake. I haven't played free-to-play since I was like a kid, and that was back in RuneScape 2. Anyway, here I am taking a little damage. Gonna kill this here Obor. I don't mind taking a little damage since I managed to conserve so much food and they're not really aggro anymore, so not a big deal. That's going to open up some inventory spaces for me. The limpwort roots are also a very important drop. You can get strength potions in the free-to-play worlds. You can't make them with herb lore, which is good because I can't skill anyway, but you can go to the apothecary with red spider's eggs, 5 GP, and some of these limpwort roots, and the apothecary will make you strength potions. There are 3 potions that are available in free-to-play. You can get anti-poison, which is completely useless because Bryophyta doesn't use poison in free-to-play. Originally, they were going to have Bryophyta be the first monster in free-to-play RuneScape that could deal poison damage, but they didn't. So you have the completely useless anti-poison potion available in free-to-play. You also have the strength potion, and you have energy potions. Energy potions require 2 limpwort roots and some chocolate dust, which you can make by picking up the chocolate at the cooking guild, using a knife on it, and you get chocolate dust. Bring that to the apothecary and you get energy potions. Those are the only 3 potions. You can't get anything else. Combat potions, nope. Attack potions, nope. Magic potions, nope. Ranging potions, nope. Prayer potions, which would really be awesome to have, can't get them. You got to conserve those prayer points. And you can't even really level up your prayer quickly. The best thing you could do is bury big bones until they release the cow boss. The cow boss, you could get 40 XP each for the cow boss bones, the bull bones. But until we kill the cow boss, best we could do is 15 XP apiece from burying the big bones right here at the Hill Giants. While we were at the Hill Giants, we got ourselves a clue scroll. If you open it up here, we got a little bit of shrimp and some useless stuff, but we'll take it. The shrimp are pretty nice since we can't fish them. And then right back to the Hill Giants, killing them with the mage. It's going to get our mage level up, going to get our defense level up, and hopefully we can collect some of the giant keys. We're going to need a whole bunch of them unless we get super lucky on the drop. Anyways, that's going to do it for today. I'll be back with episode 3 pretty soon. Hopefully in the next episode, we'll have moved up to being able to kill some of the moss giants. Those are the 2 monsters we're going to kill the most of on this account so we can collect the keys. And we're probably going to do another quest or 2. Maybe we'll even work on the cow boss quest. But stay tuned for that, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see ya in the free-to-play worlds.